Hello friends, in this video we will install the core component of Salier, that is Salier core, which is a Python, which is a Django framework. So we are at a GitHub page of Salier. Salier is basically going to require a Python 3.8, Node version 10 plus, Postgres and OS specific dependency. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a fresh instance of AWS. So I am selecting Ubuntu server with 18.04 version, 32 micro instance. Security of this instance is going to be quite open, which I will not recommend for a production or development purpose. But for the demo, I am keeping all the traffic from all the port from all IPs. Now I'll launch a EC2 instance. As you can see, my EC2 instance is up. Let's see the Ubuntu version. So it's 8.08. What I'll do is now we will install all the required components. So I've already created a small script just to set up a server. I'll simply going to follow that script. Instead of installing 3.8, I'm going to install Python 3.7 as seems to be more stable with the requirements. Now I'm installing Postgres virtual environment and UVC server. We can check our Python version. Yes, it is installed. We are also going to require npm. So we are installing npm now. So I have downloaded NVM in order to manage my node versions. What I'll do now, we will install node version 12. The latest, this is the latest stable release. So I can see what is my node version currently installed. It's 12. So all my dependency has been installed. Let's download. Let's clone the code. So my repo has been cloned. My repo has been cloned. What I am going to do now is creating a virtual environment with a Python version of 3.7 with in the name of VENV. So why do we need a virtual environment? We need a virtual environment because we might have more than one application, Python application installed in our system, and we don't want any application to conflict with the version it requires with the other application. So instead of global installing the packages, what we does is we install on our virtual environments, and in a system we can have n number of virtual environment. So I am simply going to activate my virtual environment. As you can see, my virtual environment has been activated, and if I see my Python version, it is referring to my virtual environment Python. If I deactivate my environment, and if I check which Python version it is referring to my global version. So that is why we use virtual environment. Now what I am going to do is simply installing all the requirements mentioned by Serial. As you can see, my requirements has been successfully installed. So my current branch is master. As per recommendation, we should not be using master because master is a development branch. The latest stable release is 2.1. So what we will do is we will check out to 2.1 release branch, and we have switched to 2.1 branch 2.1. So as per gist, what I am going to do is I am going to set up my Postgres. As per the documentation, we are supposed to create a user with the name Sailor, database name is Sailor, and password is Sailor, and this user should have a super user access permission. So now since my user has been created, I am exiting and simply as per documentation, I have to set up some environment variable. I have already listed down the minimum environment variable which I am going to export to my OS. I'll explain. So basically we are going to add allowed host. This is my current IP. So what I'll do is I'll simply copy the IP, a new instance. So now as a next step, I am supposed to copy, export some environment variables. So these are my environment variables, allowed host. This is the IP basically from where the Django will allow the access from. Debug, I am default setting it to true. Secret, this should be your own secret. Internal IPs. Default country, I am selecting it as India, IND, and my default currency is going to be INR. If you don't select anything, then the default country will be US and the default currency would be US dollars. Now I am simply going to migrate. Since all the settings has been done, I am simply going to run migration. All the migration file has been applied successfully. Now what I will do is I will populate the default data as prescribed by Salier. Let's run our server now. Also, we are going to create a super user. This super user is going to use this super access is going to access the dashboard. Now I am running the server. I am running server on port 88,000. So let's see what is. As you can see, my site is up and running. My core Stellar core is up and running. And I can see the GraphQL page. I can see this GraphQL page because my environment is running in debug mode. If I turn off the debug or set the debug as false, then this page will not come. Let's try and hit a small query and see if we get the data for the product. And yes, I am getting a product. So we have successfully installed our Cellier core. In the next video, we will install the storefront and the dashboard and we'll see how they are interacting with the Cellier core via GraphQL APIs. Thank you.